Hiya, I'm Simone Radley from England and Nails, and in this video I'm going to be doing another bright milky nail, but this time I'm going to be using different products to achieve the look. So this milky neon bright colour thing is a thing at the minute. So I've already done a milky neon video using the neon pigments. If you've not seen it, go on and watch it because you might find it useful. And Joanna will link it in the description box below. So now I'm going to use some other products to show you basically the same effect, because in that previous video I used Sobiab, which I'm aware not all of you will use. So I'm going to do it a different way for you. So on my silicone pad I have already mixed clear fluid rubber and I-54. So it's just white iLac, but I think I-54 is the best one for this, and fluid rubber. There is also another white that ink do, which is I-156. However, it's a higher gel content, it's more highly pigmented, and because we want a milky look, I think you should probably stick to 54. If you've not got 54, by all means try it, have a go. But this is what I've used to get this look. Ratio wise, there isn't one. I'm afraid I can't tell you the exact ratio. I don't know what it is. I do it on site basically. So what I did was I poured a load of that and then I poured a bit of that and I've mixed it like I did in the previous video. I've just mixed it in and I just go by sight. So again, for that, have a bit of a mix and just try out what you think looks the best, because as well, for things like this, we're all different. I might like it, you know, a bit more sheer than you. You might want it a bit more opaque than me. So just don't be afraid and have a little go. So I'm working on an almond fit tip and I have done 2 coats of I-175 because I blooming love this purple. It's my favourite one and I think it's great. And I'm going to use the G2 brush. So for this, I do not recommend using the brush out of your fluid rubber or your iLac or whatever, because you will contaminate it. Even if you think you haven't, you will. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to work off this pad, but I'm going to shift that just out the way because otherwise the camera will probably focus on it and then you won't see what I'm doing. So I'm going to move that out of the way. So I'm just using this brush to do first, like quite a thin coat. And this is just going to be our slip layer, which is going to allow our thicker coat to basically move where we want it. So it's only a really thin slip layer. I've not top coated my purple before this. I don't need to because it's not a pigment. I'm not going to brush it all off. So I'm just going straight on top of the colour. So I've done my thin coat as a slip layer. Now I'm going to pick up quite a hefty blob on my brush. So it's quite a big blob there. And I'm going to start at the top of the cuticle area in the middle and lay it down. And I'm just going to keep connection with the gel and the brush and work it down, swinging it from side to side down the middle. I'm not worrying about the edges. I'm not worrying about the sides too much because it's just going to go there anyway. Now I'm going to pick up another big blob. This one's probably even bigger because I want to get it just cracked on because it will move. It looks big, but you're coating. This is a big fit tip I'm working on here. It's the biggest one. And I want to coat pretty much the whole nail. Now I've got quite a few bubbles there, but I'm going to pop those so it's fine. So if you do have a few bubbles, you need something quite sharp. I'm going to use these sharp tweezers just to dab in and pop them. And usually you can pop them. And as you can see, it's flowing towards the edges, so I'm just going to turn it upside down for a second. That'll help gravity to pull it back into the centre of the nail. And that's why you don't need to worry about going down the edges, because it just does it itself. That slip layer really helps to drag it where you want it. So if you've got any gaps, like I've got a couple of gaps at the side, I'm going to show you how to drag it up. So if you can see here, I've got a bit of a gap. So I'm just going to use the edge of the brush just to drag it up into that gap to make it more even. And I've got one this side as well, it goes a little bit wonky. So I'm going to do the same. You only need a really light connection with the brush. Don't just like ram your brush into it. And it's a little bit uneven here as well, so I'm just going to drag that. Obviously bear in mind that when you tip it to one side, it's all going to be flowing to the other. So try not to take ages with it, because otherwise all your gel's going to bog off down one side and then you will be annoyed. Right, so before I put it in the lamp, I'm just going to hold it upside down for a few seconds. Again, just to drag it into the middle, which is where I really want it. And then once you're happy, you can just stick it into cure for 60 seconds. So now that is out of the lamp and it is looking lush, to be fair, as it is. But you can add something on if you want to. You could stamp like a little design on. Something stamped in black would be nice, I've seen that a bit. Or maybe a bit of foil, something like that. I'm going to add some silver leaf. So I'm just going to use my silicone pad. This is how I do my leaves. I use my pointy tweezers and I just grab a bit out and I put it on there. Now I want these bits to stay quite big, but ordinarily I just use my tweezers and break it up on the silicone pad. And the leaf just sticks to the silicone pad really well, so it's dead good. I'm going to use leaf instead of foil because if you're wanting it just in a sort of more specific place, then the leaf is perfect for that, because obviously the foil, you can't really control that bad boy. If you're going to stick foil on there, you're going to end up with it all blooming over. Well, I would anyway. So I'm going to use the silver leaf because I've got a bit more control on the placement, she says. It would help if I used some tweezers that actually met in the middle. That would work, wouldn't it? So I just want it up in that corner, I reckon. I still want it a bit broken, but I just wanted just like a random something really. And I'm just using my glove finger to press it down lightly. And yeah, I like that. So now I'm just going to top coat it, and I'm going to use the Ultimate No Wipe top coat, I think. And then I'm just going to put that into cure for 60 seconds. And that is it, done. So I hope that video has helped you out and I hope you've enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. And also all the products I used in this video are listed in the description box below, so check it out and I will see you in the next one. Bye!